The loop can feel like losing status, direction, or self-respect. Many people remain trapped not because they have never noticed the costs, but because the pattern has become intertwined with identity strongly enough that questioning it threatens the self-concept built around it. Once identity enters the picture, the emotional stakes rise sharply. A person no longer feels they are simply evaluating a behavior. They feel they are evaluating whether they themselves are admirable, disciplined, safe, relevant, or still moving in the right direction. That is why advice alone often fails. The issue is not only information. It is the fear of what becomes visible if the pattern loosens its grip and the self has to stand without it for a while. At that point, even small interruptions to the pattern can feel surprisingly personal because they touch something larger than habit alone. The person is then left trying to solve with willpower something that had grown much larger than willpower alone. And that is why change feels so charged. It is often at that moment that private strain begins looking less like fate and more like a relationship that can be renegotiated. Another hidden cost is that the loop often replaces directness, vulnerability, and the ability to let uncertainty exist without turning it into a verdict about personal worth with something easier to manage. That trade-off is rarely obvious at first. The substitute may feel efficient, exciting, or socially rewarded. But over time, the person may notice that life is becoming thinner in exactly the places that make it feel most human. The system gives one kind of control while quietly removing another kind of depth. This is why the pattern can feel both useful and empty at the same time. This replacement effect is one reason the pattern can be so hard to explain to outsiders. From the outside, it may look like a person is choosing something appealing or irrationally repetitive. From the inside, they may feel they are protecting themselves from confusion, emptiness, exposure, or loss of direction. The substitute is often less nourishing than what it replaces, but it feels more manageable, and manageability